This is an accessory to the Iroquois Russell Wright dishes I've been selling. This is a stacking salt and pepper shaker set in the lettuce green color. And this took quite a while to sell, but it came in the $2 I spent on the entire set of dishes. And this sold for $40. This is a calendar notepad from the 70s featuring a Gil Evgren creation called Going Up. I've got several of these, as you can see. I've got them both listed individually and some of them in lots. They've just taken forever to sell. This one finally did after a number of months for $8. This contains a compass. It's sort of a nautical style compass. It's got a gimbal in there. And this is made by Dirigo, which I guess is a very old company out of Seattle. Even a bubble in there to level it. But I found this at a garage sale, and I really poked around a lot because there was a lot of cheap antique stuff at this garage sale. And this item I was able to get along with a big bundle. I probably paid $3 or $4 for this. And was able to sell it. I sent out a bunch of offers, I guess. I did one of those multiple offerings to watchers with a percentage off of all the items. I took 20% off all the offers I sent out, and this sold for $104. This little drinking glass is vintage out of the Hopscotch Bar in Fort Pierre, South Dakota. I did a little research on this. I just picked this up for like a nickel, and it's quite the infamous bar. Pictures of it on the internet, and many owners, many stories, and that's why I decided to pick this up and put it up for sale for what I sell it for, $16. Fort Pierre is a twin city to Pierre, South Dakota, which is the state capital. Funny, I've never even been to our state capital because, well, for one thing, it's in the middle of the state and it's not even on an interstate. One of the few state capitals that doesn't have an interstate within 50 miles. Someday I'll get out there. It's really in the middle of nowhere on the Missouri River. Again, this little drinking glass, about the size of a juice glass, sold for $16. Another item that I included in my 20% off offers sent out. All eligible items got 20% off, including this vintage Wicks. They make filters for cars. They put out these commemorative banks. This one's a pickup truck, F-150, 1966. It doesn't have the trailer. Kind of cool. Maybe you can pick that up too. But this came out in the 90s, and they just don't bring a lot. I had it priced at $20, and it sold on my best offer send out of 20% off. So that was, I can't figure that out in my head, $16. Close enough. Vintage catalogs. I've always known these had value, and I also like to page through them, but I just never come across them, or I get outbid at auctions for them. These three were at a garage sale. I did have to pay $2 a piece for them, which I thought was kind of a lot. And they're all from 1972. And I've got the three major department stores covered: JCPenney, Sears, and Monkey Ward's. And yeah, these are always interesting to look through, especially from the 70s, because, well, let's see, in 72 I would have been 14 years, or turned 14 years old. And of course, around Christmas time, you start paging through the catalogs. What you want mom and dad to get you. And these three sold for $62. The guy actually messaged me and asked if he could wait a couple days to pay, and I told him that's fine if it's just a couple days. And exactly 2 days later, he paid for them. 62 bucks. This is an electric guitar effects pedal. It's a vintage DoD overdrive preamp 250. You ever see one of these in the wild? Spend $20, $30 on it if you want. I've owned this since it was traded into me in 1985 or 86 when I was the manager of a music store. And I've just held on to it. I used to use it occasionally, but I finally just stumbled across it in a junk box and cleaned it up, tested it out, works just fine, and put it up for sale pretty high because these are very rare and hard to come by. And of this age anyway. They've actually made a reissue of this pedal. And this went out, I sent a best offer out, and somebody picked up on it for $160. This is a carrying case or storage case for a very odd type of media. It was an RCA cartridge or cassette. It wasn't like an 8-track, it was more like a cassette. And the size is huge, as you can tell. This is what it looked like. This is the my opening picture for the listing I had. I don't have any of these cassettes, but this one also has a recording log. And these are from the mid-60s when people were trying to invent different ways other than the reel-to-reel, the open reel decks. So this is an early cartridge cassette type of media. And I found this at a garage sale where I've gone to every year when he has a garage sale. He's always got electronic components, and I bought a whole bunch of stuff, including this. And I probably paid $5 for this, and it sold for $96. This is a General Electric 7-band radio. Even has the TV sound, which, unless you're like me and have a little analog broadcasting station in their home, you're not going to pick anything up on that. But it does have the CB channels, AM, FM, and public service weather channels. And it's in pretty good shape. It's got a few marks here and there on it. And so I didn't ask a ton for it. They don't sell for that much in the first place, but everything's intact, including the antenna. And this sold for $40. This is a Snap-on racing hat. You know, times are tough when you have to give up one of these cheap. These usually go for pretty good money. And I sent out a bunch of offers over the weekend, and somebody picked this up for $12. This yellow canvas trucker hat is Kiwanis International hat. I actually used to be in the Kiwanis organization in Lakefield, Minnesota, when I owned a car lot there from 96 to 2010, and actually became president of our local chapter for a while. I always enjoyed it. We always met for lunch at Ivan's Cafe on Wednesdays. Yeah, Wednesdays. And someone was assigned to present a program. And mine, I usually just brought my guitar in and sang some songs for everybody. They seemed to enjoy that. Anyway, none of that related or equaled a high profit for this Kiwanis hat. I mean, I only paid $1 for it, but I couldn't get anybody to bite on it until a best offer of $10 came in for it.